everybody. I hope that you're all doing well tonight. I just was watching a video of Bill Mower exonerating Hillary Clinton as a great woman of integrity and intriguing. Well, I'm here to tell Bill Mower to fuck off. All of us Americans are sick of the propaganda, and we're sick and tired of these people and the liberal establishment and the liberal elites getting away with murder. You know, Hillary Clinton, it's not funny that the things that he said in the video that I just watched him say. Well, he is right in calling Hillary Clinton Lucifer, but I'm tired of the liberal elite picking these people up and putting them up on a pedestal as gods. There's only one true God, and Bill Mower making fun of our men and women as far as I'm concerned. You know, having people who've lost their lives because of the Clintons, and having people in Benghazi that have not been exonerated, and the men that died should not die in vain because of liberal hacks like Bill Mower, who have their heads so far up their ass that the only thing that they can see is themselves on the other side. I'm tired of what they're doing to Donald Trump and the lies the media continues to spread. The thing that we can do together, people, is we can get out there and we can vote. When Trump wins, this group will become Trump 2020. I want this to become the official campaign page of Trump eventually. We need to continue to grow this page. We need to make it worthwhile for us to be together. Every one of you, we need to knock on the doors. We need to make phone calls. We need to get Donald J. Trump elected. That's the ultimate goal, more than anything for me right now, is to get that man elected. Because if he does not become our president, then we're stuck in this time lapse of Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama policies that continue to fail us. We see the money being spent. We see the national debt continuing to climb. We see an America on the verge of collapse. It doesn't seem like it. Everybody's fat and happy, and so they say, and going on with their lives and their vacations and everything else as the debt continues to climb. What type of retirement do younger people have to look forward? I mean, I was talking to younger people today. They're like, I don't want to work because I don't want to have to pay for my grandparents' and parents' pensions. If I'm not going to have them, then they shouldn't be able to enjoy their pensions either. People don't want to pay for stuff anymore. People don't want to pay. The children don't want to pay for their parents' and grandparents' debt, and they don't want to pay for these high-ass pensions that we can't afford. So they say. They've turned people against each other. They've turned the young against the old. They have turned everybody against each other. Bill Mower is a disgrace and should be taken off the air. Because I'm sick of him. Hi, Ethan. Hi, Anna. I'm sick of them. And hi, Justin. I'm tired of the stuff that they're doing. I'm tired of them doing the things that they do to people. And liberalism not only being a mental disorder, but all of us have got to get out and make phone calls, knock on doors, and make sure that we get our friends and our families to vote for Trump, one way or the other. Because what's happening is we're going to let this slide by. It's going to go through Labor Day weekend, and then we're going to hope that Trump gets elected. We're going to pray. There's going to be one of the things that we'll also see. Hey, hey, Leslie. Hi, Donna Thornton. One of the things that you'll also find out is that nobody really pays attention until their summer's over. Then they're back in school doing their homework. Mothers are taking their kids all over in the summer and doing their summer jobs. And then Hillary's elected president next. Because of Americans and their busy lifestyles. You ain't going to have a busy lifestyle You ain't going to be able to enjoy your golf outing, your pension if it's not worth a damn. If the American currency goes to hell, it ain't going to matter. And Tracy Bugacco Holmiser, your Ohio pension or money that you have in the United States ain't going to do you justice in New Zealand. And by the way, hi Tracy from New Zealand. I hope you're doing well over there. I would like to come visit maybe sometime. Beautiful, beautiful country. I always wanted to visit there. I'm just angry. I'm so angry because I know so many people out of work. And I know so many people's pensions and Social Security checks are hurting. Not through any fault of their own. I'm not blaming them. I'm just blaming our politicians. I'm not angry at any of these people. I'm not angry at any of them. I'm angry at the establishment and pissed off, and so should you. Please, for God's sake, tomorrow's Sunday. Great, Walker. How did that go? I saw that he had an event out there. I hope it went really well. I seen that there was thousands of people, and also they were over in the overflow room as well, which I think is phenomenal. And you're right, James. Our politicians are low energy. They don't use, hi Chris, they don't have the capacity to listen to us. And nobody wants to hear the same thing over and over and over every day. Some of us want to talk about cars, we want to talk about sports, we want to talk about our families, and we want to talk about our lives. We want to talk about the stuff that's going on in the world, but it gets old after a while. There's only so much that we can take that we need to relax. And we need to spend time with our families. People need to spend time with themselves, and people need to relax. Now, the point I'm trying to make is Bill Mower has riled me up because I just watched a clip of him from YouTube from today that basically shames our men and women of uniform. He's a disgrace to everybody. I'm calling on him to resign from his post on HBO because I don't feel that somebody like that is fit, and despicable as he is fit to be on television. Nobody with that type of attitude and reckless message of hate deserves to stay on television any longer. And I'm tired of him putting down our candidate. I'm tired of him praising Hillary as some goddess. I seen Wolf Blitzer when Hillary accepted the nomination Thursday night. I seen the video of him breaking champagne with her. I seen the CNN staff celebrating the victory of Hillary Rodham Clinton. I seen the video, and it angers me that we have an establishment that is so disgusted and bought and pay for lock, stock, and barrel. It's appalling. And they sit there and they call Donald Trump a racist. I know we have things going on a Saturday night. And I agree, Tracy. All of CNN should be apologizing to Trump. On September 26, 2016, when Donald Trump goes up against that witch from the West, Stalin's housekeeper, when Trump goes up against Stalin's housekeeper, what's going to happen? Well, it's going to be the match of the century, the highest rated in history. And I hope the first thing he says to that witch, Stalin's housekeeper, I hope the first thing that he says to Stalin's housekeeper in that debate is, at this point, what difference does the death of 4 men that served their country with dignity, and families who will never be able to get to see them again, fathers that will never be able to hug their children, mothers that will never see their sons, dads that will never be able to play with their sons, or Christmas times at family events, birthdays, weddings, and them not being able to walk their daughters down the aisle because of the witch that Stalin's housekeeper didn't answer the phone when their cries of calls were heard. And Bill Miller, whatever, Bill Mao, St. Tongue, believes that she is fit for this country. And if there's anything that history has taught us, that those who forget their history are condemned to repeat it. Let me repeat that again. Those who forget their history are condemned to repeat it. And history does have a fine way of repeating itself. And the Clintons will do everything in their power to seek it, whether it's through voter fraud in this election or whether it's through silencing people here and there. That is unacceptable. Bill Mower actually finds it funny that people have gone missing from the Clintons. He finds it funny that 4 men are dead from Benghazi. He finds it funny that tens of millions of dollars, and if not hundreds of millions, have been upwards over a couple billion of dollars between Bill's fundraising for presidency, Hillary's fundraising for presidency. They're both their speeches. There's no better politicians and fundraising and liars than the Clintons. And I'll tell you what, if we think that from the deaths of all these people who've died from the hands of the Clintons, from their own Secret Service agents coming out and saying what they truly are, from the women that Bill Clinton raped, from the death of these men at Benghazi, from the men and women of the military who have been treated like shit. And what is worse than anything else is that people like Wolf Blitzer, where there is a special place in hell for somebody like that, people like people like Wolf Blitzer, people like him, who have the utmost, and Wolf Blitzer is Jewish, by the way. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. The emails that have been lost, that put American lives at great risk. I don't find this funny anymore. I find it appalling, and what I find most disgraceful is that we are made fun of. The Trump people are made fun of. They make fun of our people. They find us laughing, and they look at us like we're clowns, we're bigots, and we're racist. And if they want to portray us as that, fine. We are people of love, integrity, and peace. And all we want is our border secured, our people taken care of, and worthless wars that we don't belong in. We don't want people, yes, I know what atheist means. It means that people who don't believe in God. Basically, can you guys hear me? I'm sorry, my phone is kind of screwed up. Well, I know Bill Mower is an atheist. An atheist is basically somebody who disbelieves or lacks disbelief in God. I get that. Don't matter who's president, ain't shit gonna change. Same shit, different person. The rich corporations and special interests run the shit this country was bought a long time ago. Well, Dylan, I gotta say, I would disagree with you on that. Because for the longest time, we have thought that there was nobody that speaks to the American spirit. There's nobody that captures the American soul or the American heart. And we have been hoping and praying for the longest of times that somebody would come along and out of the most un-God-given circumstances save us. Nobody can save us or this country. The only people that can is ourselves, by us standing up to the liberal establishment and the corporations and these politicians and say there is a price that we're going to have to pay, and we're not going to take it anymore. And I want you all to get as mad as hell and saying, I'm not going to take this anymore. I want you to go out your window and scream, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore. I'm not going to take it from Hillary Clinton. I'm not going to take it from Bill Mower. I am certainly as hell not going to take it from Barack Obama or Michelle Obama anymore. Hell is a place where there is no reason. And they've dragged us into hell over the last 8 years. And we're not dealing with any of it no more. Because the American people deserve better. And that's what I believe. But what I am saying, balls are what matter, Larry. Balls are what matter. We need somebody to stand up to the Chinese and say, go ahead. Continue to build your islands in the South Pacific. Continue to do the same thing and defy the treaty with Japan. Continue to claim that your territory. Because Taiwan, Vietnam, the Philippines, Japan, Korea, South Korea, all these places want to claim, the Philippines want to all claim the South Pacific as theirs. Well, little things like this aren't little no more. They're big. China and Russia are having joint military operations in the undisputed waters of the South Pacific. And we're just sitting there with our head up our behind and being laughed at across the world. The Muslims are overrunning the West. Immigrants are flooding into our country with disease. We have several people getting sick, and we're finding out the gateway to the Zika virus is now in Miami of Florida. Now think about this. This is not a conspiracy theory. The Zika is coming in because of illegal immigration into Florida. This is not hard. It doesn't take a mathematician to figure out, or a rocket scientist to figure out what the hell is going on with disease. The Zika virus is spreading because of illegal immigration. The measles that have broke out, hepatitis, all of these things have done and have happened because of illegal immigration. That is a pure fact, and I don't care what you say. It is proven to be true. But what I'm also going to tell you is that those are only the beginnings and effects of illegal immigration. If we continue to run down this path of illegal immigration, you will not recognize your neighborhood. I was in Wisconsin Dells this weekend. I just got back. And I was a minority in the park. Do you think that you being a minority in your country is a good thing? It's not. It's not good for our children. And it's certainly the hell not good for any of us. Our parents and ancestors worked so hard to give us this country. And we can't let it be sent over the cliff because we're too busy with our lives. Like I said, you're not going to get your pension check if the country's gone. You're going to have to start working again, no matter what country you go to, no matter where you hide. You're going to have to start working again because your Social Security check and your pension check won't come. I'm sorry, retirees. George Washington didn't just retire at age 45 and 55 and go spend the rest of his life playing golf on the beach. Neither did a lot of these inventors. They invented most of their lives besides wasting their lives in front of a beach. These are the things that I'm saying. I know it's harsh and I know you don't want to hear that, but that's what I'm saying. I'm talking to everybody. You're going to have to leave the beach alone for once. You're going to have to you're going to have to relax and just all come together and solve this problem this one time. We have no choice. We have absolutely no choice because the lies and the deception have cost us way too much. It's to a point of no return. And we have Tammany Hall in Washington. We have King Ludwig II of Bavaria in the White House. And when you have Tammany Hall and King Ludwig II of Washington in the White House, those two combined are a perfect storm. You know, the King Ludwig II of Bavaria loved himself. He broke the treasury of Bavaria, buying gold mirrors for himself, mirrors all over the place, and traveling beyond all recognition. Sounds like the Obamas, if you ask me. But I will say that a lot of problems in this country and a lot of serious issues, these things need to be corrected, and we all must get out and vote. Calling your campaign headquarters, making some phone calls on behalf of the Trump campaign, and getting out there to vote and knocking on doors. That's the only way things are going to get better. And I hope you enjoyed my message tonight, everybody. God bless America, and good night.